Hello everyone. This is Matthew Morales with Quiet Mind Yoga, and I am here for your 7 p.m. gentle yoga flow for tonight. I hope you all are having a wonderful Thursday thus far. All right, that's where I'm at. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. And get yourself situated. So something I didn't mention in the post, if you have any props, it could be home items such as like pillows from your bed or even from your sofa. If you have blankets, if you have yoga blocks, grab those. I highly recommend grabbing those and multiples of them because we are gonna start off actually making like a little bed on our yoga mat to recline and to really settle into the practice since it is a gentle practice. And then you can also utilize any of those props, the pillows, the blankets, the blocks, the strap, anything like that throughout the practice because we are going to be going more gentle tonight, holding poses longer so you can go deeper into the stretches and all that beautiful stuff. And sometimes you need help when you're going into deep stretches because it's not always the easiest. So get yourself situated, set the mood for yourself as well. I'm gonna light some candles, some incense, some Palo Santo, all that yummy stuff. Grab yourself something to drink, and we will start here in about 2 to 3 minutes. Alrighty, y'all. Waves gently stroke the shore, and places we won't walk. Children cry and laugh and play, so we will turn to gray. Hey Gina. Also, something I didn't mention, if y'all have something specific you want to work on, leave me a comment and then I will incorporate that into tonight's practice as well. Alright, we're gonna start in about 1 more minute, y'all. Oh, let's see. Upper back, okay. Lower back digestive twist, got it. Oopsies, there went the camera. Alright. So far, I have upper back and lower back in digestive twist. Beautiful, all things we can absolutely do. And if you missed it, my announcement at the beginning, do grab as many props as you can. I have with me, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a pillow and an extra blanket. On top of my yoga blanket, I have blocks. Now, if you don't have blocks, don't worry about it. I know not everyone does, but as long as you can maybe grab some pillows from your house, some blankets and multiples, because what ideally we would like to do is build something so we can be on an incline, be elevated a little bit like a bed. Let's see what else you all need tonight. Okay, oh, same thing. Upper back, lower back. Alrighty. We're gonna start here in about 30 seconds. Just gonna do a quick sweep with my Palo Santo. And then we will start. Give my gone away. way onto your mat. So like I mentioned before, we are going to actually start lying down, but I would like for you, if possible, to make yourself like a little bed. So I'm going to go ahead, use my blocks, put them in a T here, and I'll show you what it's going to look like. On top of the blocks, I'm going to go ahead and place, I'll put my pillow where my head's going to go. I'll put one blanket, then maybe the other blanket here. So you can see it's kind of at an angle. And ideally what I want for you to do is have the end of the, I'll call it a bed for now, at your sacrum. And you're going to lie down here, supported. So you are going to get some chest opening here. Now I do highly recommend to also come into a reclined butterfly pose. So bring your feet together, knees out towards the edges, hands on either side of your body. So play around with it. Build your little bed, and if you don't have a bed right now, don't worry. If you don't have any of these props, it's okay. Just simply lie down on your mat, get settled in here. I'll give you a few seconds here to do that while I start the music, and then we will dive right in. And do keep in mind, it may not be the most comfortable position that you've ever been in, and that's okay. Because I do ideally want some opening through the chest and then maybe even through the hips if you're taking the reclining butterfly pose. All right, so hopefully by now you're settled in. If not, don't worry about it. Continue to adjust as you need to, but we're diving in. So as you're lying here on your mat, I want you to go ahead and close your eyes if you haven't already. And as your eyes gently close, relax the forehead. Let the back of your head get heavy. Relax your eyebrow center. Soften your jaw. Start to let go. Whatever has happened throughout your week, whatever's happened throughout your day, the moment right before you started this practice, let it all go. Whatever's to come for the weekend, drop that as well. And in this moment, with your eyes closed and you being completely supported, the one thing you know to be real and true is your breath flowing in and out through your nose. So start to watch the breath. Notice every inhale through the nose and every exhale through the nose. And it doesn't have to be any kind of forceful breath. Let it just be natural. I know sometimes it can be hard for ourselves to let go, to not control anything, because then we're not in control and we can't dictate what happens. But right now, challenge yourself to completely release and let go. Let the props and the ground underneath you support you. Let the breath be natural, knowing you don't have to do any work for it. As you're lying here, take internal stock. See how you're feeling in this moment. Physically scan the body, noticing where there's areas where there might be tension or areas that feel extra open or spacious, or maybe areas that just feel neutral tonight. As well as the physical body. If you want, you can check in as well with the mental and emotional body. See what is here for you right now that you can release as well. Now let's start to deepen the breath. So as you inhale, start to breathe into your belly, fill it up and let it grow. As you exhale, empty out completely, draw your navel towards your spine. Again, you inhale, send it deep into the belly, let it expand. As you exhale, empty out, navel to spine. And keep going just like this with your deep breath. two-part breath now. Everyone, inhale to the belly for 1, 2, 3. Inhale, heart. 4, 5, 6. Exhale, heart. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, belly. 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale, belly. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, heart. 4, 5, 6. Exhale, heart. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, belly. 4, 5, 6. Inhale, belly. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, heart. 4, 5, 6. Exhale, heart. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, belly. 4, 5, 6. Keep it going. 3 more rounds on your own. Reclining butterfly and your hips start to get a little bothersome, you can always straighten your legs out as well. 2 more rounds. Wherever your mind is wanting to take you right now, let that drop. Stay here in this moment. You are safe. You are protected. You are supported here. Last one. Go ahead and drop the 2-part breathing. Now come back to breathing solely into the belly. Still deep breaths. And as you're lying here, I invite you to set an intention for your practice if you haven't already. So what is it that calls you to practice yoga tonight? Maybe there's something that's been running through your mind that you wish to release. Maybe there's an emotion that has been stuck in your body that you want to let go of and process. Or maybe it's just to get a deep stretch. Whatever it is, start to repeat it to yourself internally as if it's already happening for you in this moment. Onto one elbow. We're going to gently press our way up. No rushing here. Nice and slow is the name of the game tonight. So we're coming up to a seated position. I want you to bring your feet back together. We are coming into a butterfly pose. Open up the soles of the feet so they're facing the ceiling. Go ahead and grab onto your ankles, your toes, whatever feels comfortable to you. Inhale and lengthen through the spine. Reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Exhale, start to fold it forward. If you'd like, you can take the elbows to the inner thighs or to the shins. But keep in mind, tonight isn't necessarily about taking yourself to your maximum in every stretch and pose. Sometimes you gotta let just gravity, let earth do the work, and simply be here, connecting to your breath. And since we are holding the poses for a little longer tonight, don't rush into your fullest expression of the pose. Give yourself time to settle in, because we will have more time to go deeper. And I want you to go through these poses like it's the first time that you've ever done them. Maybe it is for some of you, and that's amazing. I'm glad you joined. But if you're an avid yogi and you do this quite often, look at it from a new perspective, as if you're barely doing it for the first time. Now go a little deeper. Imagine there's a string attached to your heart center that is being gently pulled forward, flatten out through the back, maybe fold a little deeper. We'll be here for 5 more breaths. And if you haven't already, play with closing the eyes as well. Really blocking off all that external stimuli and coming inward, noticing what's happening inside of you right now. 2 more big breaths. Last one here. Slowly start to come back up, no rushing whatsoever. We're gonna keep our feet together. Bring the feet forward so they're making a diamond shape. Now grab onto your shins or your ankle, whatever's in reach for you. And as you inhale again, lengthen through the spine, reaching the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, bring the hands towards the toes, start to fold over. And maybe this is as far as you go. That is perfect. Honor wherever you're at right now. Way too easy for some of you. Maybe you want to even separate the feet about 6 inches or so. See how that changes it for you. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Keep lengthening through the spine, opening your heart forward. Feel free to take it a little deeper. Have 5 more breaths. And I highly encourage you to keep following the breath. So anytime that you see your mind drift away to a certain thought, know that that's not bad because we're human, it's going to happen. But instead of following the thought, drop it and come back to the breath. See what that does for you. We have 2 more here. Slowly release. Straighten the legs out in front of you, so just continue to take the feet forward. We're going to shift our weight onto our left hip because I want you to start to bend that right knee and bring the right foot by your right glute. You may need some extra padding for the big toe. Sometimes that bothers me. It might bother you as well. You can put a blanket or just double the mat underneath your foot if you'd like. Then from here, we're going to start to tap into that quad. I want you to walk your hands back. And maybe you're here and this is where you stay. But remember, if you have your bed, you should still have it there on your mat. You can fully release. Let yourself come all the way down to the bed. I know this might not be the fullest expression for some of you, and that's okay. Keep breathing deep into the belly. Those of you that don't have a bed underneath you, you can continue to just walk the hands back, or maybe even come down onto the forearms. If it's in reach for you, maybe you even come all the way down onto the mat. You have 5 more breaths here. no rushing tonight. And then unwind that right leg straight back out in front of you. If you need to shake it out, feel free to do so. And if not, and you're ready to go to the other side, you shift your weight onto the right hip. Bend that left knee, bringing the left heel towards your glute. And again, remember, if you need some cushion for your foot, by all means, feel free to add it. You can walk the hands back. And if you don't want to lie on your bed, but you don't want to move it just yet, maybe go to the side of the mat and do it. So you can go a little further. That's perfectly fine as well. Keep walking the hands back, maybe dropping the forearms down, and rest wherever your body wants you to right now. Remember, I don't want you to go to 100. I'd say at about 70, 60, 70, you're good right now. Have 5 more big breaths here into the belly. Since we're not moving so fast tonight, maybe see if you can even lengthen the breath a little bit more now. Last 2. I forgot the future and the time. Would you be the only one in my life with my love? Taking as much time as you need, start to slowly come back up to a seated position. Now it is time for us to say goodbye to our bed. For now, we can always revisit it for your Shavasana if you'd like. So I'm going to start to move all my items to the side of the mats. They were some good support, much needed tonight. Alright, coming back to an upright seated position. Actually, I'm going to use one prop. I'm going to place a blanket underneath me, just because it helps to add some cushion and take a little bit of pressure out of the hips and the lower back. So legs are straight out in front of you. We're going to tap into the back channel of our body. So I want you to slightly bend the knees, thread your arms underneath your thighs. Maybe you can grab opposite elbows. You don't need to, but if you can, go for it. Start to drop the weight of your legs onto your arms. Now while you're here, start to round your spine if you're going into a cat position. Tuck the chin all the way into your chest. And breathe big. For the most part, most of you should feel it through the spine, maybe the lower back, maybe the upper back, just depending what's a little bit more tense for you. If you're not feeling it as much, really make sure that your feet are flexed as well. So your toes are reaching back towards your head, because that's what starts to trigger the back channel of the body all the way down from the feet, up the legs, and up the spine as well. Keep rounding the spine, tucking the chin into the chest. You have another 5 big breaths here. Focus on breathing into the back channel of your body here. You can even envision the breath as you inhale, traveling from the base of your spine up to your neck. And as you exhale down from the neck back to the base of your spine, flowing up and down. 3 more breaths here. Last big breath. Go a little deeper. arms out from underneath you. Come back to sitting upright. We're going to continue with the back channel of the body for now. So I want you to sit up nice and tall. Keep the feet flexed. That is one of the most important things to tap in to the back body. So feet flexed, sitting up nice and tall. I want you to bring your arms out to the side. Fingertips facing up, so you're pushing out through your palms. Imagine there's two walls right on either side that you're trying to keep open. They're trying to close on you. Keep them open. And then tuck the chin in towards the chest. Keep separating the shoulder blades away from one another. Keep pushing through the palms. Big breaths into the belly. Chin to the chest. I want you to start to ground the spine and fold over at the same time like you're reaching the crown of your head towards your toes. Keep pushing out through the hands. You might feel this start to go into the backs of your legs a little bit more now, not just the upper back. Keep rounding, tucking the chin in, push through the palms. You have another 5 big breaths here. Really flex the feet. Toes are reaching towards your head. 3 more breaths. Last one here. And release. Bring the arms back down to the earth. Slowly roll it back up. And give the shoulders a little roll back. Just a little bit of love here because we've had the arms up for quite some time. Maybe you need to circle the head side to side because we are going back into it. I want you to straighten up again, reaching the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. This time, arms are at about a 45-degree angle. So they're at an angle, they're not directly forward, they're not out to the side. Now from here, go ahead and activate the feet, toes reaching back towards you, fingertips are facing up, you're still pressing something away, whatever you need to imagine, push it away, so you're creating length for that upper back here, feeling it in the shoulder blades as well. I don't know about you, but I am. Then start to tuck the chin into your chest here. We're going to stay here sitting up nice and tall. This really targets the upper back in this moment before we start to take it through the rest of the body by folding over. Stay here. Big breaths. If you're feeling any tension here, breathe into it. Last one here. Before we start to fold over, I should say, keep the arms out, push them away, start to round the spine, fold it over at the same time. You're reaching the crown of your head towards your toes, you're reaching the toes back towards your head. Keep pushing whatever it is away from you with your palms. You have 5 breaths here. You're breathing into the back body, let the energy move. 3 more, relax the face. Last big breath here. And exhale, release it all down. Start to roll yourself back up. Go ahead and remove whatever you had underneath you. Place it to the side if you had something. From here, we're going into deer pose, what's called deer pose in yin yoga. So we're going to come onto the left side, left hip. You're bringing that right heel by your right glute. This time, we're going to close it off by bringing the left foot, the sole of the foot, to the inner thigh of the right leg. So you're here. I want you to start to walk your hands forward. And again, adjust if you need padding for that right foot. That's perfectly fine. Add a blanket underneath the baby. So you're walking straight out in front of you, walking the hands out, coming as far as you can. Maybe you can drop the forearms. Maybe not. Maybe you can come all the way down, making a pillow with your hands, dropping your head here. Now I am going to take you through 3 variations of this being the first one. The next one, we're going to walk our hands over towards the left, and you're going to simply lie right over that left leg. And maybe this is where you want to be. I'm showing you all 3 so that you can decide which one you want for the long hold. And if you want, you start to walk your hands even more towards the left as much as possible, and you hold here. If you want to take it even deeper, if you're all the way over here, you can take the right arm, thread it underneath the left, and bring the right side of the head down onto the mat. So go ahead and choose where you want to be. I'm actually going to stay here. Typically, I'm in the first position, but today, my body's asking me to be here in the last variation. So go to whichever one you want. I'll show you again real quick. We're the last one, the second one lying over the left thigh, or the first one just right down the middle. Go for it now. And there go my defenses, just a little to you, and a little heart. You're messing up my mind, you're filling up my senses, but here you come again. Now again, while you're here, if your mind kicks up and wants you to think about that certain thing, let it go. Follow the breath, let yourself ease into this even more. We have 5 more breaths. Last 2 big breaths. Start to make your way out of this position, coming back to center. We're going to transition to the other side again. Take it nice and easy. Straighten your legs out in front of you. If you use some support on one side, take it to the other side now. Shifting the weight onto that right hip. I'm going to bring my left heel by my left glute. I'm going to have the blanket under my foot, then closing it off by bringing the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. We do the same thing. Move anything that might be in your way. Starting by coming straight down the middle. Again, this is first position. Remind me of dance. Second position, resting over that right thigh. And then third position, all the way over towards the right as much as you can, maybe even taking that left arm, threading it underneath the right, dropping the left side of your head down. You choose which position you want and go into it now. That you might have been using, and however you can transition into 4 points. So I'm going to just come onto my knees from here, walk my hands around forward, coming into tabletop position. Just For a transition onto our belly, we're going to do 7 rounds of cat-cow. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, toes can be tucked or untucked, that's personal preference really. Now as you inhale, start to lower the belly down, open your heart forward and gaze up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, start to round the spine, gently tuck the tailbone and chin. Again, inhale, cow pose. Feeling your way through the movement. Don't think about the end position of it. Feel it as it's happening. Exhale, cat. You have 5 more rounds on your own. Let your breath be your guide. See if you can go into it a little deeper each round. Notice what new sensation you can feel each round as well. Feel like you need to change it up a little bit and maybe you want to circle the hips, feel free to circle the hips, maybe make a figure 8. We have 3 more rounds. Last one. One more full round, you got it. Now inhale, come back to neutral. Bring your knees together. If you're not finished quite yet, don't worry, don't rush it. We're coming back into a hero's pose, sitting onto our heels. Now from here we're going into a little bit of detox for our digestive system, our organs, and our intestines, all that good stuff. And we're going into an upper body opening as well. So in order to get the detoxing from the belly area, you're gonna need something to place underneath you. You can use a blanket, maybe you can use a pillow, squishing it together or rolling it up. Or you can even use a block. A block is a more intense version of this. So basically what you're gonna do, you're gonna lie down on top of the prop, placing it at your belly button. I am not using a block because that can be quite intense of a detox. Some days I want that, but not today. So I'm gonna roll up my blanket here. Then by rolling up my blanket, I'm gonna place it on the mat. I'm gonna lie down on it, again, belly button on top of the prop. You're gonna lie flat on it, and again, if you don't have a prop, don't worry about it. Just lie on your belly. You're still gonna get some sort of a detox because you're breathing into the ground here. So you're lying on your prop. Then from here, you're in Sphinx pose basically. So elbows underneath your shoulders. From here, take your left arm, thread it underneath the right, and I want you to cross the right arm in front, reaching the right arm towards the left. So as you can notice, my arms are crossed here. I'm gonna start to drop all my weight onto the upper body. So I'm creating space through the upper back here, and drop your chin down towards the earth now. And breathe here, we'll be here for some moments. I actually lied, I am gonna use my block tonight. That was not, I didn't really feel the blanket as much tonight. I typically do. Oh yeah, there we go. You have 5 more breaths here. Now we're gonna be in the detox for a while because we gotta switch the arms. Stay here though. Last 2. Now start to unwind the arms, coming back into a variation of a Sphinx pose. If you want to switch out your prop, if you need to take out your prop, feel free to do that as well. We go to the other side, so right arm goes underneath the left this time, left arm crosses in front, and again, you want your arms underneath you so that your body weight is pushing down and creating the space between the shoulder blades. Now drop the chin in front of the arms as much as you can, maybe even the forehead drops to the mat, and we breathe here. We have 5 more breaths. Last one here. Again, start to press your way up into your variation of the Sphinx pose. Now we'll all go ahead and remove the prop out from underneath us if you haven't already, coming into a traditional Sphinx pose. We're going to meet here with the shoulders underneath the elbows. We're going to hold this for a while now. So I want you to press the tops of your feet and your pelvis down. As you might notice that my knees are off the ground here, so I'm activating my legs a little bit more. This is a little bit more of an active pose than the other ones, but it's still a good stretch. Now from here, I want you to start to draw the elbows back towards the hips, so you're opening the heart out in front of you, you're broadening through the collarbones. Now you may start to feel that you're having a little stretch in the lower back. That's what we're aiming for here. Now I don't want you to really activate your glutes very much. And breathe into the belly here. Again, maybe close the eyes. And if you don't feel like you want to keep the legs active, you can drop the knees down. You're still going to get an amazing stretch in the lower back. Now, if you feel like you need to take it a little further, this is really not doing much for you at all, you can also start to straighten the arms out and come into your seal pose. We have 5 more breaths wherever you're at. Actually kind of sweating here. Didn't really think that would happen too much in a gentle yoga class. 2 more. When I wake up, I know I'm gonna be last one. Gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. And release all the way back down onto the belly. Walk the arms out, keep them bent. Bring the left side of your head down onto the mat. I'll take just a couple breaths here before we go into anything else. Now the left side of your head is on the earth. Your arms are in cactus, and if they're not, they should be. So make 90-degree angles with the arms, keeping that left arm exactly as it is in cactus. But bring that right hand now to be on the right side of your chest with the elbow reaching up towards the ceiling. I want you to start to push into that right hand so you're rolling over onto the left side of your body. That right leg kicks up and starts to reach back behind you. Now again, remember, keep that left arm exactly as it is. We are tapping into the shoulder here. Breathe into that left shoulder. Keep the left side of the head down on the mat. And if that right leg doesn't touch the ground, don't worry about it. It's okay. It doesn't need to. Maybe you even want to utilize a prop so you can rest your foot on something. You have 6 more breaths here. it's too intense for you to keep that left arm bent, maybe you even straighten that left arm, reach that left hand towards the left side. This will definitely ease it up a little bit, but still give you an opening through that shoulder. You have 4 more breaths. Just to be a man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down. Last big breath. Slowly start to come out of this pose. Coming flat onto the belly. Arms into cactus again because we have the other side now. So bring the right cheek down onto the mat. And if it doesn't touch the ground, that's okay. Bring it as close as possible. Left hand to the left side of the chest. Push into it, rolling onto the right side. Take that left foot and tap it back behind you. Well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time I had with you. Stay with the breath. You have 5 more here. Last one. As fast as I can. And slowly release. Make your way back onto your belly. Our final stretch before we head into our Shavasana. We're going to come into a Sphinx pose. We're going to bring our right knee out to be level with the right hip. So my right knee is the same plane as my right hip. I'm going to take my left arm. So left arm threaded underneath the right. Bring the left side of your head down towards the earth. Now maybe it doesn't reach the earth, that's okay. You can always grab one of your trusty props. Rest your head on there. Now while I'm here, my right knee is going to stay planted. I'm not going to let it move whatsoever. I mean, it might just a tiny, tiny bit, but not on purpose. Then take the right arm up towards the sky. Start to reach that right arm back behind you. We're twisting. Big breath, breathe into the lower back, breathe into the hips, into the belly. Breathe into that right lung, that right shoulder, really breathe into the right side of the body here. And again, don't force yourself right now to go into a deeper expression, really let gravity do the work. You have 5 more big breaths. Now you can start to put a little bit more effort if you'd like. Slowly start to unwind, taking your time, don't rush it. Right leg straightens back. We're headed to the other side. So forearms on the mat for your Sphinx pose. Left knee comes up to be the same plane as the left hip. Right arm threaded underneath the left. Drop the right side of the head down. Maybe use your prop. Left arm comes up. Remember that left knee doesn't move. And let gravity do its job here. look deeper. You have 5 more breaths here. Three more. Last one here. Now slowly starts to unwind. And however you can, roll yourself over onto your back now. You don't have to change your head to the other direction, just simply roll onto your back. We are headed into Shavasana, so if you want your bed again, build that bed, use all the props in the world that you would like, get yourself comfortable. You're going to be here in our Shavasana for a little while, so I'll give you a little bit of time to set yourself up. If you need something to cover your eyes, go ahead and do so. Maybe you're using blankets, using blocks, using pillows. Just get comfortable. And once you're set up, go ahead and close your eyes. Let everything go. Now there's no more control of your breath. Let it come back into its natural rhythm. Release any activation, any tension that's in your body. Let it melt into the earth below you. And allow yourself now to simply rest. introduce a deeper breath into your body. Taking as much time as you need, start to bring small movements back into your fingers and into your toes. Gently rock your head from side to side. And give yourself a good morning stretch. Now slowly make your way onto one side into a fetal position on your mat. Nice and easy, press your way up into a seated meditation pose facing your device. And we'll meet with our eyes closed and hands at heart center in prayer posture. We'll seal off tonight's practice with one clearing breath followed by an Om. That's the sound of the earth's vibration. It's also the same frequency as love. Now everyone, inhale, fill your belly up. Open your mouth, exhale it out. Inhale for Om. Thank you all for giving yourselves the gift of yoga tonight. From my heart and home to yours, namaste. All right, y'all. That is your gentle yoga flow for this beautiful Thursday night. Thank you, as always, for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed the change up, taking it slower. We need to do that. Yeah, it's not always about going fast. I know a lot of the times we hear to just keep pushing through it, to keep going, but sometimes you gotta just slow it down. You gotta be gentle with yourself, because that is what our soul, that is what our body are asking for. So thank you so much for doing this for yourself. It is always a pleasure and an honor to be here for y'all. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Now, I will not be having yoga asana classes all of next week because I won't be in town. I may still be able to connect for the breathwork and meditation practice. I'll have to see where I'm at. So stay posted for that. We will see about that. But if not, then I will see you the following week back here on Facebook Live. Alrighty, y'all. And I will be uploading a lot of the videos onto my YouTube channel, so you will always have that as well. All right, much love and have a wonderful night. Bye, y'all.